Well, for more on the recent tragedy in the Mediterranean and the migrant crisis in general, we're joined now by Naqwor Kwabla, Deputy Editor-in-Chief of our sister channel, Africanews. Naqwor, details about this tragic incident are still emerging, but several hundred people are known to have drowned. What more can you tell us?
Information coming in is very scanty, and what we are getting is what survivors told the UNHCR. The UNHCR says actually 500 people are feared to have drowned, and the survivors are from Ethiopia, Somalia, Sudan and Egypt. But the Somali embassy in Cairo has put the death toll at almost 400, and they said the journey actually started a week ago. What these survivors are saying is what the UNHCR is also giving out right now.
Well, Europe says it's stepping up efforts to counter the migrant crisis. African states have also made promises to do more. Are there any signs of these measures against the human traffickers taking effect?
Well, after speaking to some experts on the ground, it looks like African states have not done much to stop the work of these human traffickers. And that is because they are not putting in much effort to solve the situations in their country. Most of these migrants leave because of unemployment, conflict issues and all of that. And if you recall last year when the EU met some of the African leaders promising the 1.8 billion euros trust fund for Africa, the African leaders actually raised some issues with the fund. Some said it was not enough. Some had asked for fair trade and more investment in Africa to actually solve the situation. Some was also not happy that African migrants had been singled out. You know, they were to accept those migrants that would be deported back to their country.
Well, you've touched on the problems they face, but what drives them to risk everything, even their lives, to want to take these incredibly difficult and dangerous journeys?
Some of these migrants are economic migrants, unemployment. Some may have completed graduate school, universities. They have degrees, but they don't have a job. And maybe they have friends who have gone through the same routes and are in Europe and they are doing well. They are sending money home to their families. Some of these young people are breadwinners and they have to feed their families. So they are forced to take up these journeys, these very dangerous journeys. From other countries, talk of Sudan, Somalia, you know the issues there, the conflict and the violence there. Some of these people are forced to take the journey just because they want a peace of mind. It's not just one issue, it's a lot of issues coming into place. But then the main target of this journey is for a better life.
Well, there's no end in sight to this crisis. Naqwor Kwabla in Africanews, thank you very much for your analysis.
Thank you, Nial.